Chapter 16, Enemies in the Shadow, and novel by VMS Ashes into Light. Chapter 16. The success of the first Flame Academy was like a thorn in the side of many. Raga school had barely 50 students, but its spirit was alive and parents admired discipline, decorum, punctuality, leadership skills, and her courage and bravery and intelligence with beauty and personal care she had extended to one and all. That was enough to spark envy in the neighborhood. It began subtly. The tuition master across the lane, once cordial, now glad at her. Each morning he spread whispers among parents. Her certificate was forged. That is why she came back from Dubai in disgrace. The local grocer who had once given her credit when money was short suddenly refused even small purchases unless she paid in advance. Madam Principal should be rich, he mocked, his voice dripping with sarcasm. Soon the shadows moved closer. One morning, Raga arrived to find the school gate splashed with black paint. A crude scrawl read, "Closed for fraud." Children stood shocked. Parents murmured uneasily. Arjun clenched his fist. Who did this, Amma? I will find them. Raga placed a calming hand on his shoulder. No, Kana, we fight with truth, not fist. She scrubbed the gate against uh, herself, her palms raw with chemicals. By evening, the words were gone, but the sting of humiliation lingered. Worse still was the harassment from officials. The education inspector appeared one afternoon with a file tucked under his arm. He looked around with a disdain. This is no school. Where is your playground, your lab, your library? Raga explained patiently, we are registered as a primary academy, so facilities will expand with time, and we have few faculties. He tapped his pen on the desk. Rules or rules. Without my report, you cannot continue. The hint was clear. He wanted money. He should be bribed by Raga. Raga stared at him coldly. I will not bribe for what is my right. Do you want? What do you want? Do you do whatever you want? He left with a smirk, and within days she received a notice threatening closure of the school. At home, Arjun saw her head bow down over the notice, tears silently rolling down her cheeks. He said, I'm sorry, Mama. Amma, he said softly, why don't you just give them what they want? Just a little money. She looked up sharply. No, Arjun, if I bow once, I will bow forever. They will return again and again, and moreover, we should not bribe. It is corruption. This school must stand on honesty or it is nothing. Her son nodded slowly, absorbing the steel in her voice. He looked at her mother as a brave lady, and then there was her old landlord Rajiv, the real estate rowdy she had once escaped. He had not forgotten her. He arrived at the gate one evening flanked by two goons. So, madam has opened a school. Nice, very nice. But this is my area. You want to run business here. You need my protection. Otherwise, he snapped his fingers. And one goon kicked the gate open with a clang that echoed in Raga's chest. Raga stood tall, her hands trembling but her voice steady. You may have money and men, but I have my children. Touch the school and you touch them, and for that even God will not forgive you. For a moment, even the rowdy was taken aback by her fire. With a sneer, he left, but Raga knew the danger had only begun. That night she sat by the window, staring into the dark. The city outside was alive with noise, but around her shadows seemed to gather. Her enemies were many. They had power, money, lies, and malice. But she had one thing stronger, a flame that refused to die. Let them come, she whispered to herself. I have survived worse. I will survive them too. And with that vow, Raga prepared for the battles ahead. End of chapter 16.